Hey traders, welcome to the another video. And in this video I'll be talking about the trade that I took. Yeah, it was on May 15 on pound dollar for 1.91 hour. This trade was very high probability according to my setup that I follow. That is, I am a SMC trader. So if you are SMC trader yourself, this video will guide you through a very good trade, and I hope you guys will learn from this video a lot. So this was a trade you can see right here. I executed on a sweep of this high on this 1 year time frame chart. So yeah, this was the Forex chart markup that was initially taken out. So talking structurally, we do have this last bearish breaker structure right here. This breaker structure, after the breaker structure, we usually see a pullback to the premium or the EQ of this range, right? EQ of this whole ring. So from here, our initial plan was to have that pullback, right? And coming into this 13th of May, we sweep this high as a very clean buy side liquidity. And not just this, but how the reaction came into the these last two candle was really giving the sign that this pullback has been now completed after this swing pause, right? And we may now ready to facilitate this overall continuation of the trend, right? As we have this initial switch, so we do have a very like there's a gap. I'll show you on trading view. So this is what I'm talking about. So after this here breaker structure, and we have facilitated that deep pullback after sweep of this buy side liquidity. I was thinking and that we gonna hold this and we may push for the downside because we do have this whole larger clean ranges where we may expect to have that pullback, right? This is the range that I am expecting to be pullback. Not complicating ourselves, but sticking to the around the trade ideas actually. So we do have mitigated this overall for H POI, right? So at this point, I was just like thinking that this may be the reaction. Like this, we do have this unmitigated 1H POI as well. You'll see on 1H POI. Let me switch to the 1H POI. Yeah, this is the 1H chart markup. This was the 4 inch buy side liquidity that was swept, and this 4 inch stacked with this unmitigated 4 inch POI behind. Here we do have this 1 inch POI that was then mitigating. Actually, this is 8:29 time where I think I was already into the trade. So what was the thing on 1H chart I liked was that we do have this buy to sell week that was then has been already mitigated, but we do have this very strong candle that was again like giving me a figure that this gonna be just like we may just come to mitigate this price POI, right? Or this may act as a lead liquidity inducement, right, to get this POI mitigated. But eventually what I was liking again then the one less candle right at the moment printing a very bearish candle. And not just this, but I do also like the M15 structure. See how this was the pre-markup. Actually, I have already done my pre-markup, right? And at this point, I think around 5 or 6, when this move wasn't happened, I have already pre-marked that I wanna see a sort of opportunity from this POI, following this buy side liquidity sweep into this M15 sorry 1S POI. Can you see how this clean is? Like, let me just quickly go through the pros and cons that I can now remember at all. Yeah, this was the my post markup analysis. So see how we have this M15 POI that then have swept this high, and following this sweep into the POI that also the equal high uh, with the Asia high buy side liquidity pending that was taken out. And actually here we do have this supply chain that I was talking about. Behind that we do have this uh, what to say, trend line liquidity, sell side liquidity that was pending at all. And after the mitigation, what I wasn't liking to take the short position was this strong bullish momentum, right? I was also fear of this bullish momentum like continuing up. So let me pause you guys here. If you guys aren't connecting with my thoughts, I really appreciate if you guys go onto your chart yourself and do a markup of pound dollar earn exactly on the 15th of May. So you might guys can resonate with me much, right? And you may learn more. So anyway, I'll try my best to explain if you haven't gone through also. So what I thought that talking, I'll just talk about the pro first. That is the end of this M15 swing pullback. This is the likely the move that I wanted to see into the chart. That was the just structure perspective. Talking about the supply and demand, we do have this very nice supply that I consider as a high probability because that has swept this buy side liquidity and has also got this bearish break structure, right? And talking about the against in terms of a structure and also in supply and demand, with that two perspective, what structure was signifying that we do have this low that was actually protected low because that took this fractal high right here. So this might being protected and this can push higher. Also that was being supported by supply and demand because here we do have that demand chain that was being formed. And I was really concerned about this thing, these two things. But in terms of liquidity is what pushed me and gave me more confidence to take this short here. This was the Asia low that I thought that my market just wanted to take that low. And not just the Asia low, but we do have this equal triple, I'll say right now, but that wasn't printed at that moment. That wasn't printed, right? This equal low, I wanted to take that liquidity actually. But what I thought that this might get protected and the supply chain could easily hold and push higher. So what I did smartly was I tried to take my profit before the supply could hold and push higher. So that I will be clear on. I'm on chart. This was the M5 chart actually. If you guys wanted to read, you can pause the video and read it right now. Yeah, the most important thing I'll talk on M5 was, as you know, M15, there wasn't any like sign of bearish change from this moment because we do have to wait this low to be taken out actually, technically talking about. But we do have the M5 order flow shift. Also, we do have this M5 chalk little here. I'm not concerned about that chalk actually, to be honest. Rather than I'm more confident with this M50 order, M5 order flow shift. Uh, After this mitigation, that was after the sweep of this M15, I was pretty convinced, and now I was ready to take this shot. Let me take you to the M1 chart. So what I did was, as you've seen, this red line was M5 order flow shift. With this M5 order flow shift, we do have here M5 supply actually. This was the M5 PY then was mitigated many of the time, but I was like getting very less about that thing because I do wanted to involve on Amon chart actually, and I wanted to get out of the trade as soon as possible before this M15 PY being mitigated and push higher high, right? So I was being aware of that thing. So I do have this anti model. If you guys wanted to learn more about this, please do check out my Telegram channel. The link will be in description and as well in comment box, pinned comment box actually. Yeah, this was the anti model. Then M1, this supply was being mitigated, and then I decided to take my entry right below this candle, but because of the, I guess, slippage, I was executed right here on 5-4 5-4 right here. But nevertheless, I do wanted to be aggressive with the my exit position as well. So when this aggressive buying candle was being formed after the extreme this M15 demand mitigation, I do exited my position on this here for 1.91 hour. So overall, let me just revise what we went through right now. Let's revise it through again. So I wanted to play the pullback from this POI following the sweep of this buy sell liquidity sweep, we then mitigated this one as POI, and when the candle was around here, I was pretty happy and convinced on low time frame to execute. So let me go to the 15. Sweep of this equal high into the M15 POI was very convincing for me to take the risk. I goes to M5 because I do not wanted to involve directly the mitigation of this M15 POI. So I waited for this M5 order flow shift. After an M5 order flow shift, I then waited for this M5 POI mitigation, which is more clear and on M1 because M5 that POI was mitigated back and forth. On M1 it was very clear when we do have this entry model that being formed on this M1 POI. I do involve with the limit order on below of this candle, but because of the what to say spread and all, I was equated a bit lower, and yeah, at the end I do have this 1.91 R. As I was very aggressive to exit the position because of this M5 M50 POI being having a risk to push higher, and eventually it pushed, you can see. So at this point of time, I do have very like good risk reward also. 1.91 is good for me. Yeah, that was the trade overall. uh, let me quickly add one more trade about this thing. So this was the trade actually that I took on 2nd May. Let me check to the mirror if I have set. Yeah, this is the 2nd May. uh, I want reviewed actually. Anyway, this was the trade on 2nd May. I think if you want me to make this video on this trade as well, let me know into the comment box because then I'll be interested to make the video. Thank you for watching.